Hello guys, welcome to another video from Model MX. My name is Edwin Bolong and today I'm gonna show you how to install Doxygen and how to use it. Remember that in Model MX you can find everything you need to do this, so in case you want to look more detailed, you know what to do. As you can see on our page, you can get how to find the documentation for headers, global variables, function, among others. This is gonna be so useful for you. The first step is install Doxygen. So let's open our PowerShell as admin and then put the command remember to run the script. So let's type choco install doxygen install, then run every script and wait until it's done. Once that is done, we need to add the path for the doxygen, so I'm just gonna copy and paste it. The path is in our page, in case you want to copy and paste it as myself. In case you don't want to add the path, the tool is not going to work, so it's quite important to add it. After that, I close the windows and that's it for the installation of the tool. Well, now I'm gonna show you how I call it in the makefile. I suggest you to always use makefile because it makes easier than type everything every time. So I call it as makedocs, and here is the doc for the setup the Doxygen with everything we need to make it as the way we want. For example, set where we're going to save the output, which one is going to be the one with the generation of documentation, and so on. So there are a lot of options that you can set. In this case, you can get the file in our website. Also, you can find the way documenting everything like root variables, global variables, functions, and how it will look if you do it. Also, you can see the way to run the script to make the documentation and how you can open the folder directly from the build directory. Now, I'm gonna run the docs to see if it works. I have an issue with my doc, so I need to fix it. As I told you before, you can set a lot of things for your documentation, even it has comments to understand it better what it is for. What I need to find right now is something for the input where I need to play the folder that I want to document. So I'm gonna look for the input because it is a long file and it has a lot of options to customize our documentation at the way we prefer. We can place a color, a specific color. We can add an image if we want to put something specific, or if we want to set something that you would like, you can do it here. Okay, so here I can add the folder that I want to document. I forgot to add the right one, so I'm gonna add the CFG because the CFG is related to the folder of tutorial has documentation, so I'm just gonna add it. Also, I added the test because this folder has documentation and it will be easier to someone else to understand the reason why I added something. And in case in the future someone needs to change the test or they're going to add a new feature, it will make easier for them to understand it. Now I'm gonna run it again and you'll see that I have some issues. In this case, we need to be careful to add it because if we don't place well the right one, we'll have this kind of issue. So I'm gonna show you what I need to do in case you have some issue like this. In this case, I misunderstood the comment for the documentation, and it's something that happened a lot after making a lot of line of code. And we just copy and paste, and that's it. And once you run it again, you'll see the failure, so you have to be careful with it. For example, the reason I'm having issues with this one is because I'm not placing the right end of documentation. That's why in the page we have the example depending on the group, the true or others. And now I'll run it again and you'll see how I'm getting another issue. So probably it's because I made the same issue in different groups. Now I'm gonna change to this right project. This one has everything correct with the documentation and you'll see the way how it looks. Now I'm gonna run again. This time it will take more time because it has to make the doc for different folders, so we just need to be patient. So you can see how it's making the documentation for different driver for the configuration of each of them and making the output in the folder we set up before. Now that it's fixed, let's go to check the folder where it says the output. Here we need to go to the to the build and then find Doxygen, and here let's go to 18ml, and we need to find the one that is 18ml. Here we can see difference, so I suggest you to take just one and then you'll see the right one. So now I'm gonna open this one, and now there it is. Now here you can see the HTML with the documentation of each file with everything. For example, here it is supposed to be the readme, but I don't have one, so it's what it'll appear. Also, there's something wrong with the logo. Probably it's because I'm not in the right computer where I did this. Now you can see different groups of folder where I define every description. I also look the parameter where it says this one is input and output, and for the function and its description. For example, here we have the folders and the way it look in our VS Code, and the different functions with the description, with the parameters that it takes, and also we can see way the parameter what it is for, and if it's an input or an output, and what the description on the function that, for example, this one toggles all the bit of data 1 to 0 and so on. Then we have this one, and look how it looks. I think this is great in case you want to put something different and you want to take advantage of your time. Also, I added the requirement from AutoTaro where I took it in case there's something wrong or the user don't understand at all. I want to take a look in case I miss something. It will be easier for them and for me. Also, if a function returns something, I added what it will return to make it easier for the users. Remember, this is for making our code clean and easier to understand in case we need to debug or in case we are making some unit tests and it doesn't work at all as the way it's supposed to be. This is for the ADC driver, and I added everything to make it clear for the one that will work later on it. You can see that every file has their own description. In the register too, let's take a look closer to the register. You can see that every struct has their own description. The address struct, the num for the MBIC. Also, we can access to the code in case we want to look, and we can set in which version of the documentation of the driver or the project we are working on. There are a lot of things we can do using Doxygen, and I totally suggest you to take a look to the file in case you want to customize everything. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and it was useful for you guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe in case you don't want to miss anything about. And see you on the next video.